Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. I am on significantly later than I normally am, but it's still brunch. It's still, eating time or whatever, and people can still do things doing things. Hello. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday, a great start to your weekend, etc., etc., etc. I hope everybody had a good Friday as well. Impressive. Oh, welcome in for the first time. Hi, Boom. Nice to see y'all. Let's get this going. All right. I'll say hello to everybody else in a second. There we go. Getting all of that running. Hit this button. Luca, Joey, and Dory. The first one's over on the portrait tubes. Then we have lots of people. No name, John, 334, Jelly, Hank, Forge, Raul. Thank you guys for all being the first ones there over on the landscape. I do appreciate that. Hello, Julia. Welcome in. We've already got someone coming in over on TikTok. So yeah, we've got this thing going and rolling, and let's get going already. Yes. Hey, Corey. What's up, my friend? Corey, thank you for being on that side of the chat. I do appreciate that. You'll be, if you are hanging out with me right now, if you want to hang out with me until you know who goes live, then before Polly goes live, then you might be here with me for the majority of the stream, actually. So I appreciate you, man. Oh wow, a follower just as I got going live. Thank you. Oh, well, that's awesome, Active. No, Raiders, I take Fridays off, actually. Exactly. Listen to Joey over there. This way, this way, this way, wherever you're at. Do. Whatever way we got to go to make it a thing. All right. Did anyone go to their football game if there was one locally happening around for... Sorry, I lost my train of thought. For your local high schools? I always seem to semi-forget that Fridays are like for high school football. Because mind you, I'm still learning about all of the weird things that go in with sports. I'm not a sports person. By association, Raiders, I am. That's cool. Didn't know you were going to be on today. Yeah, guys, if you want to make sure you know exactly when I go live outside of what I have scheduled on all of the apps and the descriptions, join the Discord. It is in the link tree in the bio. If it does not work when you click on it, copy paste it into a web browser. There are 2 different ways that you can get that link. Let's see. Let me pull it up and I can kind of show you. Always just has to sign me in. Can I just view it? Okay. So on here, you see the Discord icon over here. That's one way. And then if you scroll, it is right there too. Right? Yeah. It's that big box here, or it's the Discord icon right here. 2 ways to get into it. They are 2 separate permanent links. And I just clicked it and it pulled it right up on my Discord. Let me go ahead and update it because it told me the link is expired. So I'll update all of these things. That's not where I want to be. Anyway, guys, we're going to make sure that that link is good to go. And we will get the phone lines open in a moment. Guys, if you are coming in over on TikTok, be sure to be double tapping that screen. Boop the screen all the way up. Okay? Yeah, if you're over on Twitch, if you just do Discord, my bot will give you the link. I don't have all of the bot features up yet, so sorry. We're working on it. Somewhat. I'm not great at figuring out all of the the Twitch bots. But I am working on it. Did I copy link? Okay, we're going to edit that. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a great day. For someone asking me already, who do you support? I'm going to give you an answer real quick, Nash. I don't support any politician at the moment. There is no one for me to support. None of them have a detailed plan laid out for their upcoming elections that will be occurring in 2026. And also, potentially controversial statement, politicians haven't done anything currently or recently to earn my support. I hope that helps. Like, why do I owe them my support? I don't. And they haven't done anything to it to help, push me to support them. I know, Aslan. I know. I'm so bad at that. I don't like doing that, if I'm being honest. Very honest. I don't like doing that. There we go. Hey, Millie Bean. I hope you're doing great. Obviously. What is obvious here? Hey, Lala. Oh, you updated your name. I love it. Okay. I don't think there was that much going on in the news. So that's pretty cool. Yesterday and today. There are some stuff that's not like 1000% validated. So I don't share those things. I try not to, at least. Let me see if I can generate a new one here. Oh, I know, Aslan. So guys, I news dump almost every day in the Discord server. So that's also another way you guys can look at it. Another great way to get news, if you guys don't know this already, is through ground news. Ground news will show you which way the news reporting is leaning, if they're left, center, or right. Okay. It'll also tell you their factuality ratings. So highly factual, not factual, mix, etc., or factual. It'll also tell you if they're a national network or if it's an international network. And even better, guys, if you want to get their best plan, the Vantage plan, you can get 40% off through the link in my link tree, or if you use Mermaid Ari at checkout. Cool. I do Rocketeer. I was just getting through that. I do. No, I definitely cannot predict the weather. Though sometimes I swear, like, my back hurts when it is cold outside. Not cold necessarily, but definitely, what's the word? Oh, yeah, raining and stuff. Yeah, my back doesn't like that. It does happen, though. Well, let's see. We'll go ahead and find some news. See what's going on. Oh, of course. Of course. So while we're yeah, sorry, just got distracted by this comment. Guys, I want to help you out with something. I hope you realize this, but you can't really just tell by looking at someone if they have issues. I've had 2 spinal surgeries. Yeah, so when I say my back will hurt, depending on the weather, I'm quite serious. So just putting that out there. But yeah, apparently Russia bombards Ukraine as U.S. says progress has been being made with peace talks in Kiev, or with Kiev. So yeah, Russia seriously, they are seriously considering a peace deal that Donald Trump is offering. I believe it. I believe it so much. Y'all are so weird. Hey, so here's something funny, right? This person is in my live every single day that I go live, and this person is superly focused on aspects of my face. And I just want to say I appreciate you being such a fan that you're here every single day and helping push out my content. So I do appreciate that oh so much. It's so great. I would encourage you at some point in time to maybe grow a spine and call the number on the screen. Have a conversation. I mean, you hate watch me every day, or you're just like super in love with me. You are such a fan that you come in here every single day and comment on my stream. Again, I'm just going to encourage that you call the number or, just become a member. Oh, also everybody on TikTok, super fans are 50% off for the rest of this month. So if you haven't already become a super fan, maybe consider becoming a super fan. Yes, Moose, you are a fan. I'm just talking about somebody that thinks they're funny. I have news. Men aren't funny. They're just not. Also, both of the Discord server links have now been updated. So if you guys want to try joining, you should be able to. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
How old are you?
18.
No, you're not. Trying to fake your voice to sound older truly does not work 90% of the time. So, how's that going? Where's my chocolate gold medal? I believe in peace. Thank you for the bits. So here's what I'm going to say. Donald Trump was given a medal that was made up by FIFA to basically placate him because he's been crying about not getting the Nobel Peace Prize, right? So I hope that FIFA continues to make this medal for the next 4 years at least. And for every year of Donald Trump's presidency, they continue to give him their Peace Prize, their FIFA Peace Prize. I just hope they keep giving it to Donald Trump. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
24.
What year did you graduate high school?
2020.
Okay. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No.
All right, well, thanks, man. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
37.
37. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Hold on. My phone's beeping.
I'll take that as a no. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
65.
65. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Of course.
Of course. Awesome.
Of course.
Cool beans.
Why? You would like to know why?
No,
to be
I'm going
honest,
to ask you let me phrase it for you, okay?
go ahead.
Can you explain to me what Donald Trump has done in his 11 months in presidency that has earned your continued support?
Borders for sure. I mean, honestly.
Borders,
Open
okay.
border. We're in New York
border.
City. We're in New York City. I'm by Roosevelt Avenue. I've seen the difference. When Biden left the floodgates open.
He let the floodgates
when Biden
open.
Left,
Can you explain to me how exactly Biden left the floodgates open? And then I need you to be very specific in how Donald Trump closes them.
Okay. If you remember, all the herds of people that were headed our way to the Mexican border.
I
Because
don't remember
Biden
that. So
actually said,
I need you to
Biden
say,
actually,
like, I need you to be very specific how Joe Biden opened the floodgates. Let's start there. Don't ask me to
we'll have to
remember
pull out the
something. Let's
videos.
just,
I can't give you exact dates and
sir,
times,
if
but
they
I
were
can say,
captured on video, I want to help you out with something. That means that they were known and that they were caught. If they were captured on video crossing the border, they were known and they were caught. So let's try that differently. Oh, I've seen the videos. Yeah, and then they get caught. Yeah, cool.
That's not true. There were no court. So many came in. Millions came in.
Millions. How many
Undocumented,
millions?
unvetted.
How many?
Hey, let me ask you a
How
question.
many millions?
Millions. How many
How
millions?
many millions?
At least 10 million.
At least, okay, so we have
At least 10
10 million. Where do we get the number of 10 million illegal border crossings? Where can I find that on ICE, DHS, or CBP.gov?
What number do you have? Wait, let me ask you. What number do you have? Let's maybe we both. I'm high, you're low. What, you have 0?
Sorry, no, I don't have a number. It's unquantifiable.
Oh, okay. Nobody came in.
No, I didn't say that. I said it's unquantifiable. Do you know what that means?
It's like the vaccine. You know, it's like the vaccine.
Are you okay with you're all over the place. Let's try to stick on one topic. We were talking about immigration on the southern border and how many people you say came over, and I'm telling you it's unquantifiable. Would you like me to explain to you how it's unquantifiable, or do you just want to say you don't know what it means?
No, go ahead. All right, go ahead. Explain to me why it's
okay.
not.
Yeah, so it's not quantifiable because they're unknown. Right? Like, we don't know where they're coming in from. We don't know how many are actually here. The most CBP does is an estimate based upon, let's say, footprints in the sand, right? Like, that's all they can estimate it from, is just their best guess. And so whatever their guess is, it's probably going to be low because people aren't dumb, right? Like, they know that if they just step in other people's footprints, they're not really going to leave an additional impression. So it's probably low, and nowhere has CBP ever estimated that it was 10 million in the 4-year term under Joe Biden's administration. Not even close to being a million of unknown gotaways, right? Because most of them don't leave evidence that they even came through the southern border. I'm talking about their estimates. Yeah, no, not even close to anywhere near 10 million. It's like
way over a million. Way over a million.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that's your personal opinion. That's not backed up by CBP, IC, or DHS.gov's
But I'll say
data.
This: as long as one unvetted terrorist can cross into our country, that's one too many.
Okay. So are you saying that every individual that crosses that comes across the southwest southern border must therefore be a terrorist?
I'm not saying that.
Okay. Can you point to me which terrorists you're referring to? Which act of terror have they committed in the last 5 years?
We've had some picked up. We've had some that
No, I said what act of terror have they committed in the last 5 years that deems them to be a terrorist? Because just simply you calling them a terrorist doesn't make them a terrorist. They have to have committed an act of terror. So
there have been acts of terror. They have been.
What's the name of the individual that was an illegal immigrant that committed an act of terror in the last 5 years?
What was those few girls that were murdered? What was the name of those few girls that were murdered? They were all over the news. I can't offhand remember the name.
No, I see. I'm asking for the perpetrator, and so I'm asking for you to give me names and specifics.
We had a few that were.
If you actually don't know the names, I'm gonna help you with something. That means you actually didn't care.
You know what? You hear so much of it.
We hear so much of what? Acts of terrors being committed? Yeah, by white people mostly.
Yeah.
Specifically, American citizens commit the most act of terrors. I personally would consider a school shooting to be an act of terror because it definitely terrorizes our children that are suffering from PTSD late into their adulthood after surviving
Listen, that's disgusting, and we should have people with guns on every single school.
SROs commit. I don't know if you know this. SROs have committed.
Black, Chinese, Muslim,
SROs have committed 2%,
2.5%
of all school shootings. So SROs are not quite effective as people think.
But you know what? Doesn't matter. Like the few that were gay.
I still want to go back to, sir.
What's the difference? What they
you are so odd. Anyway, so where do you get this 10 million? Just waiting for you to tell me about this 10 million.
It's,
Like, what
it's
government
that's
website that's
that's
not a
you know
news or a
what?
press release or a
We got
media
people
release
from
can I
every
get this
country.
from?
Every country flooded. Every jail was emptied. Mental. That's the truth. They did a
No, that's
Castro on
been
us. You
debunked a
remember the
long
Mario boat
time
lift?
ago.
You
Have
remember
you
the
done
Mario boat
any
lift?
research ever? Like, because that's been debunked many times over.
How about the Mario boat lift? That's exactly what we just experienced again.
Okay.
People cleaned out their jails because this moron Biden
Nope, it's literally
welcomed
not
people
been
to
proven.
come.
It's been disproven, in fact,
Oh,
so
it's
that's
proven
not
by us.
true.
Listen, maybe not by you, but it's proven by us. We see it every day.
By who is us? Who is us, huh?
We the people. That's us. We the people.
Oh,
We
so your
see it.
anecdotal stories? Got
Your
it.
subways, the people getting burned on the subways, all
Yeah, by
mental
American
cases. These are people
citizens.
that were released from different countries. They took them out of the hospitals, out of the jails,
Do you
and
have
off
proof
they
that they were
go.
released from these mental
Just like
institutions or
Castro
just your
did. Yeah,
opinion?
just like Fidel. Do you have proof Fidel Castro did it? But he did it. He did it. He sent them here on the Mariel boat lift. He
Are
cleaned the
you
jails. He
fucking
cleaned the
kidding me
mental
right now?
institutions.
Yeah, when did that happen? Can you tell me what year?
Oh, back in the 80s.
Back in the 80s. Oh, they just emptied out the mental institutions. Got it. Yeah.
Fidel
That sounds
Castro emptied
accurate.
his jails,
Hey, can I ask you a
his mental
question? Can I
institutions.
ask you a
Yes, that's what
question?
he did.
Can I ask you a question? Can
Wait,
I
do you
ask
even
you a
know about
question?
that?
Can I
Wait, can I
ask
ask
you a
you, do you even
question?
know about that?
Hey,
Yeah,
let me
but
ask you a
answer that one
question.
first.
Let me ask you a question. Sir, you
But
haven't
answer
answered
that
any of
one
mine.
first. You know
What's
about
your
the Mario
favorite
boat lift?
flavor of truck?
My favorite what?
Flavor of truck.
Flavor of truck.
Yeah, what's
And
your
you laugh.
favorite flavor of truck?
I don't understand the question.
Oh, but you are able to answer a direct question.
I am able.
Gotcha.
What truck do I
That's
prefer?
actually
What
what I
truck do
was
I
trying to
like?
get
Is that
to
what you're
because you
saying?
haven't answered any direct question and you've just dodged, pivoted, diverted, and changed topics.
No, I
Like
didn't.
you've
No,
done
I
leaps
didn't.
and
No, I didn't.
bounds
You
bringing
watch
up
the.
random
You have a
people. You
TV?
even
Do you
brought
watch
up
the
gay
news?
people for whatever reason. Bye. God, that guy was all over the place, and there's only so much of that I can put up with. Guys, if you are watching over on TikTok, be sure to be double tapping that screen. We should have already been at 25,000 likes about 6 minutes ago. Please continue to double tap that screen. Let's go ahead and get it up to 50,000 likes in the next 10 minutes. I think that's totally doable. If you haven't hit that follow button and you're watching over on TikTok or Twitch, be sure to hit that follow button. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, subscribing is free over on the tubes. Be sure to hit that up at the top, right? So I appreciate you guys so much for being here. And let's go ahead and clear out this live gift goal over on TikTok. On Twitch, we have bits and subscriptions available. And on YouTube, we have memberships and super chats available. I do like to read super chats between callers. If you're able to send one, that is the best way to do it. Also, we didn't get any new members over on YouTube on Thursday. So let's go ahead and have a goal of 10 new members for today's live. So I do appreciate that, guys. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
27.
27. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
All right. And what has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
I like that he's deporting people.
And how has illegal immigration or immigrants personally affected you?
It personally affects a lot of people. Maybe not me, but
Oh, okay.
if it helps other people, then I like it.
Yeah, I was just asking about you because it's your issue that you're saying. So.
Well, people get murdered by illegal immigrants sometimes.
And people
so
get murdered by American citizens 6 times more often.
Then why
But I
bring
don't
in
hear
more
you
people
calling
that
them
might
about.
cause murder?
Yeah. So what do we do about American citizens who murder people?
Put them in jail.
After what?
Putting them on trial.
So proving that they committed a crime?
Sure, yeah.
Gotcha.
Since they're American citizens.
Oh, no, so I'm so sorry. Perhaps you missed this, and it sounds like maybe you have, in fact, missed this. If you actually referred to the 5th and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution, all people, regardless of their citizenship, are entitled to due process of law. So every individual that is within the jurisdiction of the United States of America gets that has that obligation because every single person within the United States of America is innocent until proven guilty.
Well, I don't agree with that.
Well, that's already been decided by 8 different Supreme Court cases. So the people whose job is literally to interpret the letter of the law of the United States Constitution, 6 of whom, like, because they've actually decided this in Christinome v. Kilmer Abrego Garcia this year, right? A 9-0 decision. 6 conservative judges, 3 of whom were appointed by Donald J. Trump himself, have all agreed that all persons, regardless of citizenship status, are entitled to due process of the law. So if you don't agree with that, it sounds like you don't agree with the United States Constitution itself.
Well, they also overturned Roe v. Wade. The Supreme Court's not always right. They're not infallible.
Okay, so but this has been decided by 8 different Supreme Court cases across multiple different judges throughout time. So can you explain to me how it seems like they've always been fallible? Is that what you're saying? They've always been wrong? Because that's what you would have to be saying if it was decided in the 1800s. It was decided in the 1900s, and it's been decided on 3 times in the 21st century. So, like, are you telling me that every single time that they've ever ruled on this
makes it right?
I think the re-ruling most assuredly does make it correct on the fact that it is, in fact, literally within the 5th and 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution. Would you, in fact, like me to read it to you? Because I will happily pull up the 14th Amendment and I'll read it to you in verbatim on the United States Constitution, and then maybe that'll help you with your understanding. Would you like me to do that for you?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. And then you can tell me which word I guess you don't understand. We're going to pull it directly from congress.gov. That does seem to be what everybody likes to have on here. So we're going to go ahead and pop this on the screen so everybody can follow along as well.
Okay.
All right. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside. Period. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. So what part of all persons or any person do you not understand? And do you understand that they make a very significant distinction between citizen and person?
That's fine.
Cool. So if you don't agree with the United States Constitution, then perhaps you should actually leave the country. Because you don't agree with the country that you live within.
That's fine. I have the right to not agree.
Okay, then perhaps you shouldn't be a citizen of the United States of America if you disagree with our actual foundation of law.
Why not?
Well, if you disagree with the foundation of the law of our country, then, sir, you do not belong here. I hate to tell you that.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm going to help you out. Hey, you said you like deportation, right?
Yeah.
You're deported. I just deported you off this live. Hey, Nicolin. Let's see. The proof is they don't have a visa, smooth brain. What is the proof of not having a visa? I'm so sorry. Also, so I see that you're paying from an Australian $2, and I do appreciate the Australian currency. It doesn't seem as though you understand the letter of the law for the United States Constitution. I'm going to help you out here. You don't need a visa in order to be entitled due process of the law. You don't need a visa in order to be considered a documented immigrant in the United States of America. There are multiple different programs that you can be in the United States of America, be here legally and documented, and it's not all visas. I hope that helps. Craig, thank you so much for the jewels. King, thank you so much for the jewels. And Adas, thank you so much for the jewels with the clapping seal. Those are always so cute. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Let's go ahead and open these phone lines back up. Hopefully we get someone that is not just like, I don't know, hateful. Shh, they don't understand that people are people, Charles, is part of the problem. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. How old are you? 24. 24. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? All right. Can you tell me exactly what Donald Trump has done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Supporting illegals.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
There's probably a few things I could think of, but that's definitely the biggest.
That's definitely the biggest. So, how exactly has the deportation of undocumented immigrants made your life substantially better?
I think a better question is, why do you want illegal immigrants here?
I've never made that claim.
Okay. Why are you asking me that?
Oh, no, because you said that this is a thing that has encouraged your continued support of Donald Trump in his presidency, that you think
Yep.
that he's been successful at. So I'm trying to see what exactly it is that it has assisted you in that has earned your continued support. So tell me exactly how the deportation of undocumented immigrants within the United States of America has helped you personally.
Well, you're the one that has a problem with it, being the Democrat, right? So my
I'm a
question for
Democrat.
you
Can you help me
is
out? What makes you
you
think I'm a
probably voted for
Democrat?
Kamala, didn't you? You voted for Kamala.
Oh, does who you vote for all make you a part of that party?
My point is,
Because I don't
you
know if
for
you know. Do
some
you know who
reason
Tom
want.
Tillis is? Do you know who Gregory Murphy is? Do you know who
I
either of
don't
those
care.
individuals are? Okay, well, I'm going to help you out with
care.
something. Tom Tillis is a Republican senator for the state of North Carolina. Gregory Murphy is a Republican congressman. Guess what? He's in the House of Representatives, representing the state of North Carolina's District 13 as well. And I voted them in Tom Tillis in 2020 and Gregory Murphy in 2022 and again in 2024. So can you tell me exactly which party I must be affiliated with? I voted for 2 Republicans and 1 Democrat. So therefore I must be a Republican based off the odds and the numbers?
Who?
You can't follow your own train of logic?
Who the fuck asked?
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
who.
You accused me of being a Democrat just simply based off of the assumption of who I might have voted for. So I was laying that down and utilizing your line of logic and explaining this out to you that if someone must be a part of the political party just because they cast their vote for someone
Did you
representing
vote
that
for
political
Kamala
party.
because you
So I'm
thought that
just
would
going
actually
to
be the better
explain this
option?
to you again. So if I have
Did you
voted for
really think
2
Kamala was the
specific
better
Republicans that
option?
are still actually representing us and they are members of Congress today on December 6, 2025, and I happen to vote for somebody that lost the election, right? Because I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I'll at least give you that. Which political party must I be if I voted for 2 Republicans but 1 Democrat? Can you help me?
Who the fuck asked? Nobody asked. I asked you why
Okay.
you want
Just to be clear, you're still not able to follow your own line of logic. Like, I'm not trying to just follow your line of logic, at least be logically consistent. If the person representing a party and I happen to vote for someone representing that party must be who I am affiliated with, then please tell me how when I voted across party lines multiple times, I voted for a libertarian, I voted for a constitutionalist, I have voted for someone that actually has themselves as a part of the Green Party. Which party must I be affiliated with if I vote for policy over party? Because that's what I do. Well, thank you, Destroyer. I'm glad to hear that. Like, they just don't get it. Thank you, KJ. Well, he already, he wasn't being consistent, and I don't think he was actually here to even engage in an actual conversation. But I'll try to ask the next person if it comes to that point. So, guys, continue to tap that screen. We didn't hit the like goal over on TikTok, but thank you, Kat, so much for completing the live goal already. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
30.
30. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
As the United States president, yes, I will always support our president.
Oh, so you just support every president that represents the United States of America?
I may not agree with them, but yes, I do.
Okay, so if Ted Bundy was elected for president of the United States, would you be supporting Ted Bundy?
As you support like say you have a babysitter for your kids, yes, you support them. You hope that they're going to do the best thing possible for your kids. I don't care who they are. If they're in power.
That doesn't require your support.
it doesn't mean that you're necessarily voting for them. If they have power, you're gonna support them. Like,
No, you just don't have to support them at all. I don't know if people realize that, but you do not have to support a politician. You can support the office of the president, which I do and hope that he does well, but I don't support him or the actions that he's actively taken. See, that requires a bit of critical thinking in order to have that out like objective, like subjective
okay.
opinion of something like that. But saying
Phrasing
that
it the
you
way you
support
phrased
them
it,
means
we would
that you
agree on a lot
actually
of things.
approve of the actions that they are taking and that you have somehow backed up those actions, even just by saying that you support them, that is backing up the actions that they take, right? So, me saying that I don't support Donald Trump is as simple as that. I don't just simply support the person that represents the office of the presidency. I can support the United States of America, support the office of the presidency without supporting the person that sits in that office because I don't like what they're doing or the actions that they're doing. Me supporting the office of the presidency means that I am hopeful for the person that represents it. Thank you so much, Kat. But that does not mean that I endorse their actions. I support the office itself, meaning the fact that it has some kind of authority. That's how I support it, but not the person that sits in it because his action has proven that he does not deserve my support.
Okay, well,
Does that
phrasing
make
it
more
the
sense
first
for you?
phrasing it the way that you first phrased it, I feel like we would agree on a lot of things here. But
Okay.
I still do believe in a lot of the things that he has done, but I also condemn a lot of the things that he is doing also.
So, what exactly
So,
has Donald Trump done? Well, let's be clear. In his 11 months in office, that has earned your continued support.
okay. So, one, I mean, we can stay on the same conversation you've been having with the previous about immigration. Obviously, that's a big thing that he is doing that is benefiting the country and will continue to benefit the country throughout. The other thing, tariffs. That's massive for the nation. It's requiring other nations to play ball, incentivizing manufacturing to come to the United States. And I know you'll pull up statistics about how businesses haven't came. It's not going to happen overnight. All these businesses, like when a business pledges $100 billion towards the United States, to build $100 billion worth of infrastructure for that company, it's going to take years and years. It might be 10 years before they're fully established. All these things take time, just like deportations. He's only been able to deport, what is it, about 300,000 total, and that's counting our deportations and self-deportations? Is that
Yeah,
a
self-deportations
correct
have
number?
never been counted before by any president ever.
What's that?
Continue.
Okay. So the thing about deportation that people, I feel like even on the Republican side, don't see as the benefit is you have several different layers of which it's helping the United States citizens. For example, immigrants that are not legal cannot get insurance. And I've got a lot of
That's
connections
not
to law
true.
enforcement. They can't. You
N-
can't get insurance without a social security number. So what a lot
I'm
of
sorry.
illegal
No, because
hang
that's
on one
also
second. Just
not
hang on one
true.
second.
So,
Let me
no,
explain.
you are giving misinformation and incorrect
No, I'm not.
information. You are. What is an ITIN?
Don't know.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know is always an acceptable answer. An ITIN number is an individual taxpayer identification number, which it can be applied for by anybody within the United States of America, regardless of their citizenship status, if they do not qualify for a regular social security number. An ITIN can be utilized to purchase healthcare insurance, can be utilized to purchase car insurance if you also have a driver's license. In some of the states that do allow giving driver's license to undocumented immigrants, it also allows you to start retaining a credit score within the United States of America. So when I'm telling you that you just gave false information, that's why. According to our own IRS.gov, any individual within the United States of America that is not eligible for a social security card, because you have to be a fully United States citizen in order to obtain a social security number, an actual social security number, you are issued an ITIN. So Visa card holders are issued an ITIN, work permit holders are issued an ITIN. So by default, what you are already saying is that all of these individuals that are here legally to work cannot work or get insurance or get health insurance or car insurance by your line of logic because they do not have social
I'm
security
not
numbers, and
arguing,
that's incorrect.
I'm not arguing, but just because we're on the phone, I couldn't clarify. Did you say here illegally or legally there?
It does not matter to the IRS.gov. All individuals, as long as they are not citizens of the United States, can obtain and apply and obtain an individual taxpayer identification number, an ITIN.
Got you. Okay, well, whether they can or can't, I'm not, okay, if they can, that's great. All I'm saying is, from law enforcement's mouth, and I hang out with heads of law enforcement of
I
my
don't
county
care about your
regularly.
anecdotes because your anecdote
please,
has already been proven wrong.
please just listen.
No, I'm not listening to your anecdote.
When
What is an
streamers like
anecdote?
yourself, it's a extremely specific to a person example that does not matter.
No, it's a personal story, would be like just the layman's term of it, would be a personal story. So when I'm telling you I don't care about your anecdote, I don't care about your personal story, stop.
Okay, well, listen. Whether they can or can't obtain insurance legally, they do not. For the most part.
That's
like,
your
for
assumption.
example,
that's already been proven wrong. We already know that in states like California that issues driver's license to individuals, they do that because you need driver's license because you're wrong and you're giving false information. And I am here to shut down the misinformation that you are attempting to give. And I think that that's important to do because that's part of what I do within my stream is I shut down false information for this reason. You could literally look this up at any time. So in a state like California, they most assuredly can purchase health insurance or get car insurance as long as they have a driver's license, because you need a driver's license to get car insurance. You can most assuredly buy car insurance if that's what you're referring to. And you can get health care insurance.
Well, you have a computer in front of you.
Sir, I don't have anything open on my computer right now except for my stream and your phone number, which I don't put on screen.
I would love to have a counter of your words versus your caller's words on your screen.
Why don't you go figure out a program that can do that? Sir, you also went on, like, I was taking notes as you were going down your little, like, list of things that you believe that Donald Trump has done right. I didn't interrupt you during that time, right? And I literally took some notes on what you said. It wasn't for 10 seconds. It was about for 2 minutes. I understand that you are missing a concept of time, right? But this is also supposed to be educational, and if you're the only one talking or you're the only one going on about an anecdotal story which is not provable, your personal story is not provable, and especially when you are giving a third-party iteration of what you say that your cop friend has told you, which would, in fact, be, like, again, so far not provable, right? Because I'm talking to you, not the friend, right? That stuff is not anything that is provable. I deal in facts and details, right?
Okay. Well, you have a computer in front of you. Can you search percentage of undocumented immigrants with insurance in their name versus legal citizens with insurance in their name in the United States?
So you want me to do that? Okay, so undocumented immigrants with insurance. What kind of insurance?
Vehicle. Let's just go with vehicle. All insurance matters here, but
insurance in their name versus, do you want me to do citizens or documented immigrants?
Either way works, I guess. It's just proving a point here.
Citizens with car insurance in their name. Here's what I get for the first answer. In the eyes of insurance companies, it makes no difference whether you or the other driver are undocumented immigrants or U.S. citizens. Because the percentage doesn't exist.
There's 100% a percentage. I don't know how hard it'll be to find. But my point is...
Yeah, there's nothing.
Listen,
it's just people asking about like.
Can I say one anecdotal thing
Oh yeah,
from
here's
the
another
sheriff
one.
of
So
my
this is
county?
from an actual law office. Insurance companies should not deny claims based on immigration status, as law protects all individuals, including undocumented immigrants. No, I'm
Okay,
not
that's
listening to
saying
an
that
anecdote.
that's saying that the
I'm not listening to an anecdote. I've laid that down. Oh, guys, I literally typed in his exact. Here, I'll even put up on the screen for you guys. I typed in exactly what he told me to. Undocumented immigrants with car insurance in their name versus citizens with car insurance in their name. I literally typed in exactly what he wanted me to type in. Sorry that the results didn't help him. Oh, it wasn't even AI. This isn't AI. Do you see AI overview up here? It's not. There just were no answers. And there is no exact number that has been studied or given. So let's run through this. I have a lot that I missed here. If he was true MAGA, he'd call them rhinos. That's a good point, Joe Biden. I appreciate that. Thank you, Hugh, for the jewels. Pazu for the jewels. Tony says, can the next caller please have at least 2 brain cells if such a Trump supporter exists? They do, actually. They're just harder to come by. Thank you. I'm like that for the 99 cents. Cheryl, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. Marshmallow says, oh, thank you so much, Chrissy. That is such a cute gift over on TikTok. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for all the gifts on TikTok. I appreciate that so much. For all the people saying Trump is king, you're wrong. Our king is the person that died on the cross for us. Amen. If you believe in God. Vixen for the jewels. James says, you are dumb and ITIN is only for filing taxes. Absolutely not. Tell me you've never went to a bank, you've never worked in credit, you've never worked in finance or worked for a bank in your whole entire life, or worked for an insurance company in your whole entire life. It's an ITIN or social security number. An ITIN, while it does stand for Individual Taxpayer Identification Number, also is used to build credit. It is used to purchase car insurance because it is your individual identification number. It is not simply for taxpayers. Like, see, that's a thing that individuals don't understand, and that's a lot of people that don't understand. And that's not just you, it's a lot of people. Ask these people if they are willing to work the same jobs these undocumented are working. You can create jobs and bring in businesses. Most Americans feel too entitled to work those same jobs. I know I'm not working on a farm. I'm not working construction. It's so sad that basic research is just too difficult for the Trump base. They are too afraid of uncomfortable truths. It is so incredibly sad. I agree with you, Onion. Donald Trump keeps drugs out of America. Yeah, is that why he pardoned somebody that literally was convicted? The investigation started under Obama, continued all 4 years of Donald Trump's presidency, done by Emil Bove, who is now a federal judge appointed by Donald Trump, and then finally convicted under Joe Biden, that Donald Trump just pardoned Juan Hernandez, the former president of Honduras, after a 7-year-long government investigation into him, saying that it was a Biden setup. But this has spanned 3 presidencies, but it's a Biden setup. Yeah, he's really keeping them out of for somebody that literally brought in 4 million tons of cocaine. Good job. Thank you, Joanne, for the $1.99. Here we go. Degan says, Trump pardons drug trafficker, PDF scammers, and anyone else he aligns with. Exactly. Ask Gemini, are there any statistics that show that undocumented immigrants are significantly more likely to not carry car insurance if they drive? I can. I don't really care about Gemini, though. I'll do that in a bit. I do want to continue conversations, though. He would if he could, Casper. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How are you?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I'm 30.
30. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I do support Donald Trump.
Okay. What exactly has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
All right. First, I'm an immigrant, but I'm not illegal.
Okay.
And
I personally don't care
hold
about
on.
someone's documentation status. I will let you know that. So, oh, hey, Diva.
All right. So what he's doing right now is getting rid of the illegal ones, and I support that because
If he was just getting rid of the illegal ones, as you have just said, can you tell me why people that are actually going through the legal process are actively getting picked up, leaving, or going to attend their immigration court hearings?
that is
How about a
wrong.
woman that went to the cops in order to file a claim of sexual assault, and before she could even file her claim of sexual assault that occurred to her by a United States citizen, the cops called ICE to take her, but she was actually her immigration status was in question, but they wouldn't even let her file a claim of assault because the United States really cares about bringing people to justice here.
That what they're doing is wrong right there. But I do believe
They're
in
doing
what
a lot
Donald
of
Trump
things
is
wrong.
trying to do.
Oh,
So
but
here
he's
what?
literally
You can't
going
blame.
after.
Listen, you
He's
can't
racially
blame Donald Trump
profiling.
for what the other people are doing, right? There
No,
are some
actually,
people
you
using
can.
the power.
Have you ever been a manager?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so then you should know that if you are a manager, you are directly responsible for the actions that your employees take that are still technically in line or mostly in line with your company's policy. Now, if they steal, that would be like the
Yes, I should
exception,
take the
but
blame.
ICE
Yes,
is
I should
not.
take the blame.
ICE is not stealing, right? They are stealing people,
Okay.
but they are
Okay.
literally the
Just a
ones like.
minute.
So he is personally responsible for the actions that his
Okay.
ICE officers take based off of his words and his policies that he enacted. And to be very clear, when he's done his meetings,
Okay. Let me
no,
get a
no, stop.
sentence.
You can wait a moment.
Let me get a sentence.
You can wait a moment. Okay.
Okay, go
While
ahead.
he's been doing his meetings and his press conferences, to be very clear, he's literally said, quotes, they are not going far enough, end quotes. So Donald Trump even believes that the actions that ICE is actively taking currently is not enough. So that means he's aware of the inhumane actions that ICE actively takes during their deportation process or their detention process, and he thinks that it should be harder.
Okay, my turn.
If you are responding to what I just said, absolutely, it is your turn.
Okay. All right. First thing first, if you're a manager of a system, you are to blame if anything happens, anything go wrong, right? Because you're in charge. I do not agree with the method of the way they're doing things, but I do believe in what they're trying to accomplish. Do you see my point? Because
Okay,
I'm a
cool.
truck driver, and
I don't care
there's a
about
lot
your
of
anecdotes.
illegal.
I don't care about your anecdotes.
I was just trying to show you how
I don't care about
getting
your
rid of some
personal
illegal ones
stories.
helps.
Okay, we'll try
So
this
what
a
are you
different way.
talking about?
I don't care about your
The part that
personal
they're doing is
stories.
inhumane, or they should not get rid of the illegals.
Let's be
What's the
clear.
point?
When you're going down a line, and see when you asked if it was your turn to talk, and I specifically said if you are responding to what I just said, and then you tried to go into a diatribe about your own personal story about being a truck driver, and I say I don't care about your anecdotes. Stop trying to tell
Okay.
your story. How about you respond to anything else that I just said? Are
About
you
the
capable of doing that?
the inhumane way of doing things?
Oh no, what I said about Donald Trump saying that ICE isn't doing enough, they are not going far enough.
Did he say he should be dragging them out of the house or anything like that?
Oh no,
No.
he didn't specify
It means
what
they're not
actions
doing
they
it
should do
fast enough,
further.
maybe.
He
It
just
could
said that
mean
they're
that.
not doing it enough. Like he thinks that they're being too soft.
Oh, he didn't say that actually, didn't he? Did he?
Oh,
No.
he has actually said that they've not been doing it enough.
Enough, meaning more or less, right?
when
enough
he's
meaning more.
here, let me help you out with
They're not
something.
getting
So
out
in a press
fast enough.
conference, when he was specifically asked about the treatment that ICE has been giving immigrants that they are detaining, regardless of their
I said
status,
it's
because
wrong. The treatment is wrong.
again, it was in response to a question when he was confronted about the actions of ICE officers in their treatment of immigrants. And he said, I don't think they're going far enough, meaning that he was made completely aware of the inhumane treatment they were giving immigrants and the forceful treatment they were doing with immigrants. And he said it wasn't enough. So he wants them to do more. Does that help with your understanding?
The next level was going to be what? Torturing, maybe killing some of them? That's what you mean he was saying?
Oh, he's already done that when he
No.
sent them to El Salvador, sir. He already did
Question
that
to
when he
you.
sent them
How
270
would you like the
individuals.
process?
Oh my God.
I was just asking you a question.
Liberty or death, no kings in land of the free. Exactly. Thank you, Sips. I appreciate that. Thank you, Steele, for the jewels. I appreciate that. Who gets indicted first, Keg's Breath or Patel? Well, considering they've already filed impeachment articles of impeachment against Hegseth, which I don't think will go through because Hakeem Jeffries has already said don't expect an impeachment to come out of the House of Representatives for Hegseth. Probably Patel. Wasting $2 to tell people to leave this smug stream. Okay, well, thank you, Trenton. Thank you, Arcus, for the 100. I appreciate the 100 bits. I appreciate that. A hundo. What do you think about Trump changing fuel economy regulations for vehicles? I currently agree because I am a car enthusiast myself. You would have to tell me exactly which regulations he's changed. I don't know offhand. And thank you, King, for the jewels as well. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 24.
24. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. What exactly has Donald Trump done, or what specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
So, well, by the way, my name is Miguel Angel. I just wanted to say that. And what he has done for me, I'm a contractor, and I've noticed that so far for me, that materials and expenses, like
Okay, I'm going to
materials,
stop you
roofing,
now.
and
I don't care about your anecdotes.
what do you mean?
I don't care about your personal stories, your personal experience, because I don't know if you realize this.
Mhm.
It's not provable.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I understand. I mean, I notice a lot of people have different things to say. Some people are saying it's worse for them.
Yeah, and statistically, it is according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics' own CPI data that was released October 24, 2025. We'll get the next release in 10 days.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So what are some points that we can discuss?
Okay. Well, aside from your personal experience of prices going down, what else has Donald Trump specifically done to earn your continued support?
Well, I like the fact that he's reporting illegals, but I actually don't like the way that he's doing it. I do believe he's going pretty aggressive about it. I don't think it is fair that people do get swept up on the random. I don't think that they do deserve that.
Yeah, we have one gentleman that has been picked up on video twice, who is an American citizen in Chicago by ICE officers, because the second time they said, well, we just don't believe your papers.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that. I mean, it actually has happened to some family members, and I actually have seen that firsthand. I do think that he's going pretty a little too aggressive about it. I wish there was an easier way that we can go about that. But I mean, besides that, I mean, I believe that him bringing manufacturing to the United States will help us lower our dependence with other countries and lower the way that inflation is increasing.
Do you know how many jobs we've lost in the manufacturing industry according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics data just in the year of 2025?
I mean, I think we bring thousands up. I mean, how many do you say it is?
We've lost 98,000 manufacturing and assembly jobs just in the year 2025. 20,000 alone in the month of September were lost. Manufacturing jobs are not, quote, coming back to America. We haven't had any company break new ground in order to even just start building a new manufacturing and company plant, right? We've had companies announce that they've finished production that started in 2021 or 2022 after they broke ground on those in those years during the Biden administration, right? That they've opened new plants since Donald Trump became president, but those were things that already existed, like Toyota's plant that recently opened. I can't remember in what state. That was announced in 2022. They broke ground within that same year and just finished construction and opening it to start hiring. So.
But I understand what you're saying, but we still have about 3 more years for him. I've seen that, like, automakers are bringing back manufacturing here. We're still waiting for them to finish
Again,
their
where's the new
investment.
ground that's being broken? That's what I'm saying. No new ground has been broken. Do you know what it? Sorry, I should not make this assumption on anybody. What does it mean to break ground?
But what do you mean by that? Like what he's doing right now?
No, what does it mean to break ground? If you don't know, I don't know is an acceptable answer.
Like digging in and starting in right now?
Okay.
Like what he's doing?
No, so when it comes to manufacturing or industries or plants or companies, what it means to break new ground means that they've purchased a plot of land to start building on. That can apply for the housing industry, that can apply for any industry that needs infrastructure in order to start working, or that they are building infrastructure. That's what it means to break new ground.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I've seen that
Okay,
Stellantis,
so what
GM, Ford have
companies have been breaking new ground since Donald Trump has been president?
Stellantis, GM, and Ford have started investments here to bring back manufacturing here instead
Where
of going to
have they
Mexico or
broken
China.
new ground?
No, this is just been announced within the past month.
Cool. So I don't know do you know what the word liability means?
Yes.
So the promises of this amount of money is now a liability to not only those countries, but the United States of America, specifically Donald Trump, because he's boasting all about it, right? About we're getting all this new money from all these other countries and all these companies. But none of it ever comes to fruition, nor does it come true.
Well, we won't know
And to
for
be
sure
clear,
until
Stellantis, which is AKA Chevy, and General Motors have had massive layoffs. Similarly
we
enough,
won't.
how many industries have announced massive layoffs. Ford has already announced that they've lost about $1.8 billion since the
We
tariff
won't.
started in April, just since April.
Well, that's why, because the reason why, because we're bringing imported cars. That's the reason why he wants to bring manufacturing here, to force him to make them here
They're
instead of
already
importing them.
here, dude.
I know what you're saying, but they're being made outside, like in Mexico.
Oh,
They're
my
being made
bad.
in-
Stellantis is Chrysler, Jeep. My bad, guys. General
Yeah,
Motors is Chevy.
yeah. I'm saying that they're bringing manufacturing back, because when they push Toyota to Mexico,
No, they're
the
not. They're
quality.
laying off more people. Again, you keep saying they're bringing manufacturing back, but you have no proof of this. And according to I don't know if you're aware of this, but the USMCA, like that was actually the trade agreement, or the UMCA, my bad. That was the trade agreement that Donald Trump signed in 2020 that allowed companies like Ford, Stellantis, GM to move 40% of their manufacturing outside of the United States, specifically to Canada or Mexico, as long as they kept 60% within the United States, and all of that would be tariff free. Because they have, like, for example, Ford has different plants for specific parts of the assembly process built in Canada. And they've been there for a long time, not just since Donald Trump's first presidency, right? So because they do a specific part of the assembly, Ford will constantly move their vehicles that are in various parts of assembly back and forth between the United States factories and the ones in Canada, right, in order to continue the assembly process. And the reason why NAFTA and the USMCA was so important is because those parts, like that part, moving back and forth between countries, every time it crosses that border, it is subject to a tariff if it is in place. So that means when it comes back, it's also subject to a tariff, and it will be subject to a tariff again and again and again. They report that it goes across both, like one way, or sorry, both ways, at least 5 times, right? So 10 times in total to continue to complete that assembly process, right?
Look,
So
yeah,
when
I
you're
understand,
saying
but
that, like, oh yeah, they're losing money because how long do you think it takes to create a whole, like, let's say they bring back those, they bring that specific part of the assembly process back to the United States. What is it going to take? Like, how many years is it going to take for them to remake that facility within the United States of America? How many
I know
years?
it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen within the next day. It's gonna take a
How
while.
many years? That's why I asked you. I wasn't saying days. I asked how many years.
I don't know how many years it's gonna take, but I know it's not gonna be the next year.
On average, can you even give an estimate?
Let's
Do
say
you know?
within by 2030.
Oh, okay. So we're just going to expect them to continue to lose money and not raise prices in the next 5 years while they still have to move their assembly
next
back
month,
and
they're going to
forth.
be discussing about lowering prices on autos because they're going to start researching why has the cost
No, they're
increased so much by
not.
20%.
Donald Trump is supposedly signing deals with car companies like Toyota about them now making large trucks and bringing them into the United States.
No, that just
He's
happened, but
making
next
deals
month,
with
Tesla,
other
GM,
countries
Ford,
about
and
them
Stellantis-
bringing their cars, importing their cars into the United States of America.
No, importing their manufacturing to United States of America.
Yeah, is that why the CEO of Ford, like, outwardly lambasted Donald Trump when he was announcing his deals with countries like United Kingdom? That it was going to demonstrably, let's help you out, demonstrably hurt the automotive industry?
Next month, all major American brands are going to be having a discussion within the prices and why have they been inflated within the past 5 years.
Okay, where was this announced?
This was just announced. Tesla, GM, Ford, and
Where?
Stellantis are where?
Where can I find this huge announcement?
Online. I mean,
where?
Everything's on.
So, U.S. automakers meeting in January 2026. Oh, they're just going to a show. They're holding a public show. It's a
they're
forum.
they're gonna be negotiating investments and tariff negotiations, stuff like that. They're gonna try to figure out how to lower the prices of new vehicles.
Oh, they're also going to be meeting in front of Senate. That's
they're
funny.
going to try to lower the prices because they have inflated crazily
To lower
within the past
prices.
5
Okay,
years.
let me add that in here. U.S. automakers are not holding a private meeting to lower prices. Instead, executives are scheduled to testify before the Senate Commerce Committee on January 14, 2026, in a public hearing to address the causes of record high vehicle prices. So what you're telling me is you read a headline or you listened to Fox News misinterpret what was said.
Bob, I never said I watched Fox News.
Okay, well,
This is
you
just what I read
wrong.
online. And this is what I've seen,
And
what
you
they have
didn't,
posted.
it's not true, though. They're not holding any kind of private meeting. They are going to Washington, D.C. to testify in front of Congress.
I'm pretty sure you can see that they're saying that they're going to try to figure out price cuts.
Nope, they literally haven't said anything about lowering prices.
They did.
This is why I was trying to ask you for your source, but you can't even give me one.
Trump said it himself on TV.
Trump is not a source.
I know, but I'm saying he said it. It's going to happen. I'm pretty sure it is going to happen.
Done. I can't. Trump said, unless he's taught, like, guys, this is going to happen because Trump said it. Y'all, hey, if you believe that automakers are going to lower their prices of cars, and that's what they're going to be doing and meeting and discussing on January 14th, 2026, I have swampland to sell you in Colorado. Okay, hit me up. I'm gonna sell you that swampland in Colorado, okay? I know you want it. Thank you, Jacob, for the jewels. Oh, thank you for the jewels. Gregory, thank you for the jewels. Christina, thank you for the jewels. Philip, thank you for the jewels. This is my dog. Thank you for the disco ball. Marcus again. This is my dog. Thank you again. Twinkie, thank you. And Love, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. We are going to open these phone lines back up. Guys, just a friendly PSA real quick. If you are watching over on TikTok, be sure to be double tapping that screen. We should be at 125,000 likes in the next 6 minutes. If you are new on TikTok or Twitch, be sure to hit that follow button. After you hit that follow button, turn on that bell, hit that bell notification icon so you know exactly when I go live or post a video. If you're watching over on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Over on YouTube, we have memberships and we have super chats available. I haven't gotten a new membership yet today, and the goal is 10. Is there any way that we can get 10 memberships? If you are able to gift out memberships, that would be fantastic. That is literally the easiest way to help support me in my life. It's the cheapest way as well. Also on TikTok, super fans are half price for the month of December. We also have subscriptions and bits over on Twitch.
Great.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Hi, how old are you?
34.
34. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
What exactly has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office to earn your continued support?
I think one of the biggest ones is like the biggest tax cut in American history, or maybe even the child funds to help them with $1,000 each.
Sure.
I mean, there could be a couple different things.
Thank you so much, Tony, for gifting out 10 memberships. Sure, why not?
Right, why not?
Cool.
Is that it? Oh, I think I got hung up on.
No, you didn't. I'm just saying
No?
cool.
Okay. Oh, you're what?
Huh?
Did you say you're staying cool?
No.
Okay. What questions would you have for me?
So do the tax cuts outweigh the cost of tariffs?
Well, I mean, so the cost of tariffs is what, 33% according to CNN, Reuters, and a couple, right? It's costing us an extra 33%. But the inflation is actually only 0.04% compared to Biden's 1.2.
No,
so, yeah,
whoa, where are you even getting
that,
inflation
right?
numbers? Where are you getting inflation numbers?
You can get a couple different inflation numbers. You can get it from your state legislation. You can call your congressman, or you can even go even further with DHS secretary.
Why would you go to the Department of Homeland Security secretary to get inflation numbers?
Because immigration and causes inflation. Because now we're paying more because we have more people to take care of.
Can you give me a peer-reviewed study that proves a correlation causation between illegal immigrants and inflation?
No, can you?
No, because it doesn't exist.
I didn't think so.
Because it doesn't exist.
You're asking me to research something that you
your
didn't even
claim. I'm asking you to research your own claim. Do you understand how it works? You make a positive claim, you provide the source. So, for example, I'm going to go ahead and give you. You don't care about my internet? Wait. Did you just say I own the internet? Sweet! Can you pay me? You're literally calling me over the internet. How can I monetize on this internet? This is my internet, guys. Are you aware that you are utilizing Ari's internet? Mermaid Ari's internet. Thank you guys so much.
Nobody's even talking about this.
Dumbass. Thank you so much, Tony, for gifting out 10 memberships. I appreciate that so much. Exactly, Crow. Thank me for your internet. He said, I don't care about your internet. Thank me for your internet, guys. You're welcome. You are welcome for your internets. You are so welcome for your internets. I'm so glad I could be of service for your internets. Onion, I don't know where you can send that. That was funny. If I gift a membership some random goose who doesn't even watch, like, that could get it. I know, but Luca, if you do it in that landscape live, you are more likely to be giving it to a friendly. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Good one, Crow. Hello? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Oh, Potato. My friend Crow said the exact same thing. Hi, how old are you?
I'm 15 and I'd like to just...
Can't be 15 and be on the stream. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
47.
47. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. What has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
I don't know, achieved 40 months in a row with more job openings than job hirings, 7 million new jobs, more than 3 times
Wait,
government expert
I'm so sorry. Can you
projections.
repeat that one again? 40
broke-
months? No, hold
Sure.
on.
Middle class income increased nearly 6,000.
No, sir,
More than 5
stop.
times. Let me
I'm
finish
trying.
my
No,
thought,
I am
ma'am.
trying to
You don't
write
let
this
anyone
down.
talk.
Sir,
Why are
I
you
don't
not
know.
letting anyone
Literally,
talk?
I am trying to write this down. So I want you to restart your thing. I was literally trying to write it down so I can keep track of your whole list that you have obviously to give to me. So 40
Okay.
months in a row. How is he 40 months in a row of what exactly again?
With more job openings than job hirings.
Wait, job
Unemployment rates
openings
for African American, Hispanics, and Asian Americans.
then hirings. Okay, that's
Yes.
a weird phrasing. How has he
Unemployment for
achieved that?
women
Hold
hit
on.
lowest rate in 70 years, ma'am.
Hold on.
Poverty rates for African Americans and Hispanics.
Hold on. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do then. If this is what we're doing, like, no, I'm asking you to stop. Oh, I should have. Wait, repeat that. Repeat that. Repeat that. Go ahead. Repeat that last part. Repeat what you just said. Please repeat what you just said.
Nearly 7
No,
million
not
people off
that.
food
Repeat the
stamps.
smart guy thing. Please repeat the smart guy thing. Please. I want you to tell me all about yourself.
Unemployment for
No.
women hit the lowest
Okay,
rate
we're not
in
going to that. Hey, okay. No. You're not. I'm sorry. Can you help me out with this? I want to narrow down on this math. I think you can help me out on this math, okay? You said 40 months. 40 months in
Yes.
a row.
Yes.
So how has he
Try to
achieved?
Google it
Hold
real
on.
fast. Try to get your stuff
Let me
together.
finish
Go
my
ahead. Try to
sentence.
do it.
Let me finish.
Try
I'm
to
not
find your
Googling. My
talent.
hands are like in front of my face right now, okay? I'll even
Have
make
your
sure to
team
have
in the
this right here.
background, Google. Do whatever you guys need to do.
My team in the background. Guys, are you here?
The
Are
Dow
you talking about the
closed above
cats?
20,000
Unfortunately,
for
the
the first
cats
time
don't do
in
anything, sir. Unfortunately, my cats, they just lay there and they just look cute. They don't do anything. So I don't see sorry, they're not doing anything. Anyway, so I'm trying to narrow down on this math, okay? You said 40 months. I asked you what Donald Trump has done in his current 11 months in office.
But can I be honest about something? The biggest thing that I still support him about is the fact that he makes people like you go crazy. That's what it is.
Actually, it's just idiots like you. Anyway, so again, 40 months. I asked you what he has done in 11 months in office. So if we take 11 from 40, that means 29 months of that is actually Biden. So statistically, Biden did more?
No.
And I do want to be clear. How is it a good thing? How is it a good thing? No, I'm sorry. You are the one. I asked you. Let's try this again. Okay. I know your game. Okay, so the question that I asked you, to be clear, was what has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support? And you specifically said, I had you repeat it, and I wrote it down what you said. And you told me 40 months in a row of more job openings than there have been hirings.
Yes.
So that means if we take 11 months out of
Yes.
40, you take 11 out of 40, that is
Don't try to
29.
twist what I'm
That
saying.
is
It's a
29
fact. You want
months.
to pull up facts?
That
I
is
got facts for
29
you.
months of Joe Biden. So you are
Let me
crediting
tell you
Joe Biden
something.
with
Trump
job
has done more
creation.
in 11.
Just thank you for crediting Joe Biden for job creation. Like, thank you. Thank you, Biden. Fucking, wow. Okay. Immigration to inflation argument was a new low. Yeah, it kind of is. I agree with that one, Joy. Kaga, thank you for the all the jewels. I appreciate that. Arab money, thank you for the jewels. Caveman, thank you for the jewels. Heavy, thank you for all the jewels as well. I do appreciate you guys so much. No, the last caller was thanking Biden. I know that's hard to understand, Sarah, but he was. Okay. Guys, if you are new here, just a friendly reminder, go ahead and hit that follow button up at the top. If you're watching on TikTok or Twitch, and if you're watching over on YouTube, that's called subscribing. Subscribing is free. On the tubes. Let's see if we can't get a couple more callers in. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
33.
33. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
What specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
So I guess I'd start with new jobs. I think he gained 7 million new jobs, more than like 3 times what experts projected.
Okay, 7 million new jobs. Okay, cool. New jobs
Middle
are a
class
good
family
thing.
income increased $6,000.
Hold on. 7 million new jobs. And then you said middle class family. And this is all within his 11 months of his current term, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said middle class family, right?
Yeah, middle class family income increased nearly $6,000.
Middle class family, 6K income. I'm just going to do an arrow to keep that short. Okay, what else?
Jobless claims 50-year low.
And this is in this year, right?
Yeah, National Archives.
No. National Archives. Are you talking about White House Archives?
Which is the things that I've liked that he's done.
No, I asked you what has he done in his 11 months in office. So you're talking about his first term?
Well, I'm just talking about things that he's done that I like. I mean, you want specific for
okay.
now?
Yes, that was the question that I asked you.
Yeah, I understand. I was just starting with some of the things that I liked right away.
Except that's not what I asked you. Do you know how answering a question works?
Yeah, there's no need to be condescending.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you had answered the question that I actually asked first of all, then maybe I wouldn't have been confused or been asking follow-up questions to be clear on what you're saying.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we could acknowledge that he still did those things, but if you want
except this shit, I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know if you realize this. Yeah, instructions are not condescending, but that's very interesting.
All right, well, I like that he shrunk the federal government.
Hold on.
I like that he's tightening immigration. I like that
Pause.
Pardon
Cool.
me?
Let me help you out with something. National Archives, the White House Archives, are not a reliable source.
I'm not using the National Archives anymore.
I'm referring back to your other claims.
They weren't valid points, as what you were saying, right? We're referring to 2025.
For fuck's sake. Hey, let's try this. What's your favorite flavor of crayon?
The red kind.
The red kind.
Can I go
so
back
you
to what I was
are
saying?
able to answer a direct question. Got it.
Yeah, keep it.
You're not. Let me be clear. I do not use the whitehouse.gov except for their press releases. And I would never cite that as a source to prove my claim, except to say, this is what XYZ president said about X, Y, and Z. That's all I would ever use the White House website ever. Because, see, the whitehouse.gov website is just used by each administration as their kind of press media release pool. It is not factual information, and you can find almost anywhere online where though under every president, and I do mean every president, has been fact-checked and debunked on something that they have personally posted on the whitehouse.gov. So citing the National Archives, the whitehouse.gov archives of some presidency is literally just citing their press releases. Oh, unfortunately, Vanessa, that's not a bot. She's a real person. Heavy, thank you so much for all of the jewels again. And Bob, thank you for the jewels as well. And Eduloso, I know I just mucked that up and I'm sorry. Thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and open these phone lines back up. Yeah, no, that she's 100% a real person. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
36.
36. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. What has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
He has closed the border.
Okay. Can you tell me exactly how Donald Trump closed the border? I'm going to write that down. We're going to move it to the page on the other side. Closed the border.
He's increased border security. Illegal crossings are down 96%.
Border security. Awesome. Can you tell me where I can find a statistic that backs up the 96% of illegal border crossings being down on DHS, ICE.gov, or CBP.gov that is not a news, media, or press release?
Let's see, the New York Times.
I gave you 3 specific websites to go to. Also, can you take me off a speakerphone or whatever, because that feedback noise is, I'm not going to continue this conversation.
Okay, one second. Okay, hello?
Cool. So DHS, ICE, or CBP.gov that is not a news, media, or press release.
Hello?
Hello? Okay. Well, I guess that didn't work. Hey, I'm going to help you out with something. There is not one. But you. I thought I'd try something different. Maybe it would work, Coffee. Oh, Tony, thank you also for becoming a sub or a member yourself. I appreciate that. You sent out members and then you became one yourself. Thank you so much. Or just renewed. I'm not sure. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
39.
39. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
What exactly has Donald Trump done to earn your support in his first 11 months in office?
It's not really about him. It's more that the Democrats haven't given me anything to vote for. Not one plan have they given me to vote for.
Well, I don't know if you realize this, but there are no votes to be that have been available to be there have been no votes except for special elections. So unless you live in a state that has had a special election recently, there was nothing for you to vote on in the last 11 months. So that doesn't even make sense what you just said. When I asked what has Donald Trump done to earn your continued support? If you simply just support him because fuck the Democrats, then that just means you're a sheep. Bah. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi, yes.
Chromatic Mage, thank you for becoming a sub. Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 33.
33. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
What specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
I find that in 2025, his executive orders, they shrunk the federal government. He tightened on immigration. He promotes fossil fuel curbing, like woke policies, reasserting national sovereignty.
Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to write this all down. Immigration is always one. We got shrink the federal government.
No, shrinking of federal government.
Yeah, I said shrink the federal government.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought you
wrote
said
that
strength
down.
of federal government. My bad.
No, I said shrink. Thank you, King. Okay, so shrink the federal government, immigration. What was that next one that you just said? You said fossil fuels. What about fossil fuels?
Like curbing woke fossil fuel policies.
Curbing. Okay,
Like
so literally you
bringing
said
back fossil fuel production, I guess you could say.
Oh, that why didn't you just say that? Because that literally made no sense. So we're gonna
Curbing the
say
policies that were preventing fossil fuel production.
allowing so more fossil fuels would be what we can say. More fossil fuels. Okay. What else?
Like reasserting national sovereignty.
Reasserting national sovereignty. It's an interesting one. I'd love to know how you can reassert something that already exists there. But anyways.
Well, we didn't have much national sovereignty when we were under the Biden administration.
Anyways, what was your next point? I'm
That's
literally
why people
making
came
your
over
list.
here without any. We didn't have any record of
Sir,
how many
I
3
don't-
million people that came here.
How many? Okay, I
11
love
million?
this one.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Let's try this. How many undocumented illegal immigrants were in the country prior to Joe Biden's presidency?
I'm not unaware. I can look it up.
Yeah, you probably should because, see, the Department of Homeland Security, I think you're familiar with them, releases a report about, they kind of vary. Sometimes they release it annually. Sometimes they do it biannually, like every 2 years. Sometimes they do it once in an administration. They haven't released one since April of 2024, and that was through January of 2022. But according to their own report, right, where they cite where they're pulling it from, census and other data, right, and they cite their own previous reporting under previous administrations. It was 11.6 million all the way through 2022. And I want to help you out with something here. Out of that 11.6 million undocumented immigrants that was estimated by the Department of Homeland Security, they also report that 79% of that 11.6 million have been in the country since before 2010.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's literally
we weren't doing a good job.
No, it just literally means that illegal immigrants, undocumented immigrants, are not possible to completely stop because it has been occurring for the last 40 years that we've been keeping track of all of this information.
I understand that.
It's not allowing people to come in. It's just the fact that it happens and it occurs.
Well, it occurred too much, and we're trying to help dial that back now. That's the point. What I'm saying.
Sure. Well, your statement would still be false because if they were such a national an issue to our national sovereignty, then I guess we just need to fire all presidents that are like, say, fuck all the presidents that have ever been president in the last 40 years because they've always been allowing or just letting them pass by in some way, shape, or form because we don't know that they're even coming across.
Well, we know that we have.
Sarah, why are we drilling babies? Sorry, Sarah says drill, baby, drill. And I just want to know why she wants to drill babies. That seems really weird.
Drill, baby, drill means drill into the earth and collect
Why are you wanting to drill babies? That's so fucking weird.
Drill, baby, drill means.
It's just a slogan. And it's just a fucking joke. She's not Millie. I've heard her talk. She is a real person. I have heard her talk. He literally tried to mansplain that. He did. Hey, Dutch. That's what I'm saying, Yoshi. It's so weird. Why do you want to drill babies? It's just a fucking slogan, dude. It's so dumb. I'm sure I've seen her talk, guys. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you, Diva. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Guys, if you are still watching on TikTok and you haven't already hit that sent in your daily heart me, go ahead and go up to the top and send me your daily heart me. Let's go ahead and get that rolling again. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome.
How
How old are you?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What
No,
was
you're
that?
fine. I'm great. How are you?
I'm great as well.
Awesome.
No.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
36. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, currently I am.
I
That
am so
changes day
sorry.
by
I just
day.
saw the worst, funniest comment. And I'm going to have to put it up in a moment. But anyway, what has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
The biggest thing for me is closing the border. Is that important to you?
Nope. Can you tell me what exactly, and like be very specific, what has Donald Trump done specifically to, quote, close, unquote, the border?
Just the enforcement, turning people away. I mean, we have a 99% drop in border crossings.
Okay, border crossings, 99% drop. Where can I find the tallying or the statistic of border crossings on DHS, CBP, or ICE.gov that is not a news, media, or press release?
I'm not sure you can, but there's definitely been a decrease.
Awesome. Yeah, because we don't keep track of crossings in that way. And actually, if we look it up, so the Department of Transportation actually keeps track of border crossings. Let me look that up again. Border crossings. And this is actually
Illegal
very
entry. That might be a better way to phrase it.
Oh, now you want to move the... Okay. So you're not talking about that? Well, like, because see, they actually keep track of this. I'm going to go through this anyways, even though you want to now change it. So this is Bureau of Transportation statistics directly from the United States Department of Transportation, an official website of the United States government. Okay, guys, it's an official website of the United States government. I'm aware the numbers probably look small to everybody on the screen, but you can like look it up yourself. I put it up there for you. This is the title, Border Crossing Data, September 2025, because everything was delayed, right? But if you actually look at it and you can compare it like between the two dates or like each year. So when it's saying like how they came across, right? Pedestrians. In September of 2024, there was 30,887 pedestrians that were allowed into the country for the U.S. So sorry, that's Canada. My bad. Let me try this again. U.S.-Mexico
So you
border
don't believe
was
illegal crossings are down?
3.6. Oh, no, I'm going to help you out with this. This is like crossings, right? U.S.-Mexico border 2026, September 2024 was 3.6 million. Now, if we look at U.S.-Mexico border 2025, it's 3.4 million. Very interesting. Crossings are still 100% occurring according to our own United States government. And in fact,
Those
we're
are
actually
illegal
allowing...
crossings?
it just says crossings, dude. It just says
Yeah, that's
pedestrians,
just
how they
people
came across.
driving in cars or walking
No,
across the
no,
border from
pedestrians.
Tijuana to.
Sorry, it's not actually. I don't know if you know this. This is not vehicles. They have a specific section for personal vehicles and trucks. Those are tallied up separately from pedestrians.
What about illegal encounters? Is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
People
illegal
that don't have the right to
encounters? Oh, so see, that is actually a statistic that the United States government keeps track of encounters of people that they have rejected at the southern border and apprehended, and they've sent back. They've been expelled, like they've been expulsion from the country, right? That is a separate
September
statistics.
19th,
I
there was
can,
4
I
straight
can.
months of
Hello,
0
I'm
releases at the
literally
border.
trying to answer your question. I can agree with you 100% unequivocally, right? That border encounters at the southern border are down under President Trump.
Why? Because he doesn't create a culture of just letting anybody walk into the country and say they're seeking
Can you
asylum.
show me
and
where
rip off our
what
system.
was the addendum or the memo that was put out by the administration of the previous president that created this culture of just allowing people or encouraging people to come into the United States? Can you tell me where I can find that memo? Preferably from a .gov website, or even if you have the direct memo itself that can be proven. I would love to see
It
the
was
memo.
literally DHS's policy that if
DHS's
you log
policy.
into an app and say that you're seeking asylum for any reason,
What
they
was
actually
the app
told
name?
you the reason that you were supposed to use.
What was the app name?
I don't know, DHS One app or something.
No, it's
Asylum
actually a
seekers just
CBP
downloaded
One
the
app. It was actually
Yeah,
CBP One app. CBP One. Do you know when that was released?
I'm not sure, but I know.
Do you know when this app was created?
While Mayorkas was in.
Sorry.
Mayorkas was in charge.
Oh,
of
no,
it.
no, no.
I know that
Actually,
it was
I'm
changed.
so sorry, sir. See, the CBP One app was released October 2020. Can you tell me who was president in October of 2020?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if the app
Who
released,
was
then
president in October 2020?
it was still Donald Trump.
It was still Donald Trump. So if you're telling me the policy was that somebody could just log onto the app and just say, I'm seeking asylum, and hey, come on
Are
in,
you
the
really
water's fine.
debating that
Are you
illegal border
so that
crossings
was
aren't down?
actually a no, I literally sorry. That's a different statistic than what we were just talking about. Encounters are different from crossings, right?
Asylum
Anyway,
seeking is down as well. People aren't coming to our country to
8
seek asylum
U.S. Code
currently.
1158, asylum is a legal
For a valid reason.
immigration
Exactly, for a valid reason.
policy. It's a valid legal immigration policy. And they
Listen, I'm
actually
open to
do.
having a
I also,
respectful debate
sir,
with you,
you
but
have
if you
been
want to filibuster, it's
interrupting
not
me
gonna be-
every 5 seconds. I
Don't
can't even
filibuster.
finish answering a single one of your questions, and all you've done in response to my questions is move the goalpost every time I try to ask you a question, and then deny statistics or even deny giving statistics when I've asked you a question. So you haven't even answered a single one of mine, and then in the process of
What's
trying
your
to answer
question?
your
I'd like to
question,
hear your question.
me in the process of trying to answer your question, you have literally interrupted me 5 words into it or less. You don't even give me room to speak until this second.
The border is the weakest debate the Democrats have. They've all
It's the
abandoned
weakest
border
debate that you have, actually.
So
Actually,
illegal entries
sorry,
aren't down.
let me
There
rephrase
was-
this. It's the only thing that Republicans or Trump supporters know how to bring up because it's the only thing that Donald Trump is statistically, and I'm doing this in air quotes, statistically doing well at. He's actually not, right? Like, you guys just say
Yeah, but
that.
you just said
So
that you didn't
let
think
me
there
be
was a
clear.
border
I've
problem at
agreed
all.
with you that border encounters at the southwest border are definitely down, right? What has caused that? Honestly, I would say it's more of It's not really a policy thing because, see, the Mexican government had more people at the southern border under the previous administration. The Canadian government also had more people at their northern border under the previous administration. So it's not anything that Donald Trump negotiated with them. They were already doing it, and then they took people away. And then under Donald Trump, let me not say Joe Biden because that was incorrect. Under Donald Trump, yeah, he's put more people there, and that's cool. And I think some people will be deterred by just seeing somebody standing around with a gun, and that's cool that they would be deterred. But I actually think that it's the way that enforcement is being conducted by ICE throughout the country being inhumane, and done in the way that it is pretty viciously. And Donald Trump is saying that they should be doing it more viciously, is probably
Can I
more of a
interrupt you to make a
deterrent.
point of agreement, please?
No.
I just want to agree with you that I do believe the way ICE is handling things currently in our country, and especially in the big cities and places like North Carolina, I do believe it's inhumane. And I think everybody can get together and say that we have an illegal immigration problem. We have a problem with people abusing our asylum system. And I think there's a better way to do it. Like, there's a way to do it through the courts. And I know it's going to take a long time, but you can't just drag families out of the country. And most Republicans, I would say, agree with me on this. We don't want to see families split apart. But there is an issue.
No,
Illegal
they
immigration
most
has been
certainly
an
do
issue.
not agree with you. Do you know what Tom Homan said when he was brought up about families being ripped apart?
I do know, and I would say most Republicans, a lot of them being Christians, do not agree with ripping families apart and just booting them out of our country.
Are you saying you're a Christian?
Yeah, I am a Christian.
What did Jesus say or God say about the treatment of immigrants or the treatment of others?
I really couldn't tell you the exact quote from
In
Jesus in the Bible.
Deuteronomy, God instructs you to treat everyone how you would want to be treated, right? So treat them as you would treat me. My bad. Treat them as you would treat me, your God, before you were once an immigrant in the state of Israel, right? So that's not how anybody is being treated. And the fact that you want illegal immigrants out also just proves that you are not following the word of God. You also can look at Leviticus, where they also talk about the treatment of immigrants. You can also look at Matthew's 5 verses 35 through 40, where it talks about the way that you treat somebody else is the exact treatment that you are giving Jesus. You can look at Jeremiah, where they also talk about that if you do not follow the word of Christ, that you do not love God or Jesus.
Are you a Christian?
So it seems as I've read the Bible more than you, at least. So let me just see that you should not call yourself Christian, nor should you say that you truly follow the word of God, because you do not. If you truly followed the word of God, you would just let people be people. You would love thy neighbor as you love thyself, which you obviously do not if you do not want immigrants within the country of the United States and you have some kind of negativity, negative feeling already against them as they exist as they are. Because neighbor, when it was utilized in the terms of the Bible, was not used to mean physical neighbor. It wasn't meant to be.
I said border crossings. I said illegal entry to our country.
You literally
You're moving
said,
the goalpost. This is all you do. All you do is rage bait, and now you're questioning.
Oh yeah,
my
I'm
faith.
so rage baiting. Yep.
I'm reading 1st and 2nd Samuel right now, okay? I'm reading the Bible front to back. You know, I might not remember every verse, or I might not have them pulled up on my computer for some immigration debate.
Why would you be celebrating the closure of the southern border?
Why would I be celebrating it? Because our country cannot take all these people. We have $36 trillion in debt.
Really?
I mean,
so that would literally be going against directly Matthew's 5 verses 35 through 40. If you have your Bible in front of you, I encourage you to open it up and look at it.
Wait, are you a liberal that's quoting the Bible?
I'm not a liberal.
What are you?
I'm non-affiliated.
I'm not affiliated either.
Cool.
But I do support Trump closing the border.
You just lumped yourself in with Republicans, so that's not true.
No, I said the majority of Republicans would agree with me that
Okay.
what ICE is doing
Anyways,
right
so I'm
now.
going to help you out with something again. So if you actually look at Matthew's 5, verses
If
35
you're gonna
through
question my
40,
faith, I don't want
I
to
am
talk to
not
you, lady. You're
questioning
just a
your faith.
rage
I'm
baiter.
encouraging
I'm
you to
getting
go
off here. You're
read
a rage
parts of your
baiter, and you
Bible.
don't
You
want to have a
said you're at
serious.
Samuel. Go to
You don't
Matthew's
want to have
5,
a serious
verses
conversation.
35 through 40. I was actually trying. Okay, you can hang up. So verses 35 through 40, specifically, this is a great one, right? Where it talks about you gave me shelter when I had none. And he wants to complain. Like, this is why I brought up the Bible, because you brought up closing the border, and then you brought up your own Christianity being like a catch-all for you in some way. And to be clear, if you were a true Christian, you would not fight nor bulk against someone coming into the United States of America or celebrate the closing of the border. Because again, Matthew's 5, verses 35 through 40, where it explicitly talks about the way that you treat someone else is the equivalent of you treating the treatment that you give to God or Jesus. Yes, he left, guys, but I'm not going to continue, to stop explaining it. Are you a liberal? And see, that is also funny, because you do realize that anybody that is actually a liberal or is a Democrat, a lot of them are faith-based people. Like, the assumption automatically that Republican apparently owns Jesus. No, you own the Republican Jesus. That's it. The Republican Jesus that y'all would deport if he came across the border illegally. I think we have time for one more caller. I missed some chats. Oh, goodness. I meant to address one. Hold on. Let's see if this person's a real person real quick. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes,
Awesome. How old are you?
33.
1 second. Hell yeah, let's go. Sorry, I just wanted to respond to this comment that they think it's like some kind of a gotcha, and I thought it was funny to just be like, heck yeah. Thanks.
Nice.
Appreciate you. Slay. Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to do that. Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
What specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, for starters, I like what he's doing with the border. And immigration, specifically with illegal immigration. I'm a fan of legal immigration, but I'm not a fan of illegal immigration. Hello?
Sorry, I'm just so bored with this topic because that's the only thing anyone has brought up for the last hour and 50 minutes, and y'all are boring as fuck when that's all you have. That includes you.
Well, it's a big accomplishment. I'm sure that's the reason why.
No, it's just literally the only thing you guys
the
can give him
major
some
reason why a
kind
lot
of
of Republicans
credit
voted for
for.
him.
It's actually not. According to exit polling, the main reason why people voted for Donald Trump was for affordability, which he just called a Democratic hoax. So,
What did you say you called a Democratic hoax?
affordability. Perhaps you should look that up. Let me go ahead and this real quick. Jacob, thank you for the marshmallow. Pants, thank you for all the jewels. This is my dog. Thank you for the jewels. Aw, this is my dog. So this is the comment that made me laugh for a moment. In the middle of that other call, not the most recent call, the one previous, right? Where I was making a joke about baby drill. Why are we drilling babies? And Abe, can we just get W Abe for like the best one? How else do we get baby oil? Was just so. That was great. Honest to goodness, that was a great fucking comment. This might be the best comment of the day. Is how else do we get baby oil? That's the best response to that. Oh, that's a good one too, Lala. But this one was the best one. How else do we get baby oil? That was pretty good. Levicious, thank you for the jewels. Thank you, Degan. As you have done unto the least of these, my brothers, you have also done unto me. Yes. Matthew 25:40. There you go. Thank you for the jewels. Onion says, but Ari, I don't like being called out on my bullshit with proof, so I just do bigot stuff instead. I tell people all the time, Ari, I am not a liberal. I am not a conservative. I am a right is right and wrong is wrong type of person. They hate that. That's a good point, Kilo. I do like that one. That's a good point. And Lois, thank you for the jewels. Real quick, I know someone else just hopped on, which is part of why that just dropped, and that's cool. Guys, if you are still here and you've been with me since, I don't know, however long you've been here, and you haven't already hit that follow button if you're watching on TikTok or Twitch, hit that follow button up at the top. If you haven't hit that subscribe button over on YouTube yet, hit that subscribe button now. After you hit all of these buttons, be sure to hit that bell icon to make sure you have notifications turned on so you know exactly when I go live or when I post a new video. We have time for one more caller, so let's see if we can't get one in. And as you guys have already seen, we have super chats, bits, gifts, and memberships and subscriptions all available if you so choose to do so. It is the easiest, cheapest way to support me is by becoming a member or a subscriber. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
43.
43. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. What specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Getting us out of the Paris climate thing. That's the first thing.
Okay, so pulling out of the Paris Climate Accords. Okay.
Well, man-made climate change is a total hoax. You understand that, right? The reason the planet is barely warming up is because we just came out of a small ice age about a couple hundred years ago. Did you know that?
The planet is just barely warming up. Okay.
Do you know about the little ice age? You have no idea about the little ice age, probably, huh?
No, I just don't like talking to somebody that doesn't believe in basic science.
Well,
yes, I'm aware that there was a micro ice age that came through, right? About 200 years ago. Congratulations.
Are you aware that the planet is greener right now because of
then
more...
I can't stand hearing my voice come back through the feedback. But God fucking, like, scientifically, global warming has been proven. They've just been wrong about the timeline. That's all. He also sounded vaguely familiar. Do you know about the little ice age? You know what? Ice Age the movie? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 33.
33. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
What specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, for starters, I love that he defended women from gender ideology extremism and restoring biological truth to the federal government.
Gender ideology. Extremism. Okay. And then you said something about restoring what exactly?
Biological truth to the federal government.
Biological truth to Fed government. Okay. So I can already tell just by writing these two things down from what you said, that it seems as though, and actually, you know what? I'm actually not going to make an assumption. I want you to go ahead and tell me what is the biological truth that we have restored.
That there are two genders, male and female.
Genders, male and female. Okay. So I think the word that you meant to have here is not two genders, it's two sexes. So
They're the
I'm
same
going to go
thing.
ahead and cross this out. We're going to go ahead and correct this sentence real quick. We're going to
They're the
correct
same
this
thing.
and we're going to go ahead and cross out gender and we're going to put
They're the same thing.
sexes.
They're the
And
same
now,
thing.
oh, they're the same thing. Do you
Yes.
what do you call a lizard that is born with male genitalia? Do you call it a boy? Do you call it a man? What do you
Call
call
it a
a,
male.
it's called a male. Okay.
Yes.
What do you call a gorilla? Sorry, not a gorilla. Let's try a cow, right? Meh, it's not the best one. What do you call a horse that is born with female genitalia? Do you call it a girl? Do you call it a woman?
Call it female.
It's called a female. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. What do you call a zebra that is born with male genitalia? Do you call it a boy? Do you call it a man? Do you call it what do you call it?
Call it a man.
It's well, you
Male.
call I was about to say you call a zebra a man? Jesus. Okay, so
same
it's
thing.
called a male.
It's the
But
same thing. It's
no, it's
colloquialism.
not. What is a girl?
Yes, it is.
What
What?
would you say a girl is?
A young woman.
A young woman. Okay. And what is a
Yes.
woman exactly?
A female.
An adult, it's just a female. So you're gonna tell me, okay, just to be clear, the black cat that's laying on the corner of my bed, that's a woman.
Depends on its sexuality.
The black cat that is laying on the corner of my bed, you're telling me that is a woman.
I don't know. Does it have male or female genitalia?
I'm literally giving you the answer here, and I'm asking you to give me a yes or no answer here as well. The black cat that is laying on the corner of my bed, that is a
Yes.
woman.
Your cat is a woman?
I'm asking you.
Does it have a vagina?
Am I supposed to go look?
I mean, you should know. It's your cat.
Have
you gotten it spayed or neutered?
Hey, Safari, can you tell me what your genitalia is? Have you
I don't
licked
think
it
Safari
recently?
works like that.
Safari, hi. No, I think
Excuse
she's
me?
just ignoring someone like you.
But
Okay,
what do you
so,
mean? Are you going to hang
all
up
right.
on me again like the last 4 times, or are you going to have an actual conversation?
I mean, I'm trying to have a conversation with you. I'm trying to dig into your logic here, and you
My
seem
logic
to be
here is that
failing
there's
here.
only 2, male
But I'm just gonna say,
and
if
female.
I have a female cat, right?
Yes, then
My
it's a
female
female cat.
Safari, you're telling me that
Yes.
my cat is a woman.
It's a female.
Do you want to try? It's a female. Okay.
Yes.
So then why is it if we're saying that sex and gender are mutually the same thing, why is
Yes.
it that my cat is a female 100% of the time, but a woman is called a woman, girl is separate than woman, lady is also a separate designation, right?
Yes.
Why are
Yes.
these things only applied to humans if gender and sex are the
Because we made the
exact
language.
same? Because we know the language. No, sir. I just
We
want to
made
help
the
you out with
language. We
something.
created the language.
made
Humans
the
created
language.
the language.
We made the language. Gotcha.
Yes.
I'm going to help you out with something here, and I think I'm actually going to blow your fucking mind. I think this is going to happen right now.
Been waiting for that for 4 calls, actually.
Gender is a social construct. Just to be clear, we just proved that, right? Because he said, his own descriptor, okay? It's what is a girl, right? It's a young woman, okay? So what is woman? Just female, just in general, just female. If you would go to a dictionary, it would technically be an adult human female, right? So to be clear, gender is in fact a social construct developed by humans. All right? My little invisible friends that are part of the trans community are not the boogeymen under your bed, okay? I do understand and I sympathize with the individuals out there that got swept up into the $215 million negative ad campaign that the Republican Party ran in the 2024 election cycle. And I understand that the majority of his most costly ad campaign that Donald Trump ran in 2024 was specifically targeting 1% of the United States of America population. I also want to know, and I want to be very clear, when I was asking him if my cat was a woman, he was like, does it have a vagina? Can you tell me why you are so obsessed with genitalia like that? It is very strange to me, right? You are so obsessed with someone else's genitalia. It is quite weird, all right? The other thing I want to point out is that if you are saying that there are only two genders, right, and that they must be compatible with sexes, we already know, scientifically speaking, that intersex people have been around since the dawn of time, since humans have been around. Okay? So if that being the case, what are we talking about with the intersex individuals that exist throughout the entire world and throughout history? If there are only two sexes, then how do intersex people exist? This could be people that are born with both genitalia. These can be people that have ambiguous genitalia, meaning that it's just kind of a mess and they're not really sure if it's one or the other, because that exists, right? Gender is a human social construct that we have developed. We've already invalidated this part as well, right? If there are only two genders, right? Why is it that we address everyone differently based off of their age, right? So girls are different from women. Boys are different from men. It is addressed separately based off of their age. And just from bringing up those four, that is four, not two genders. And yes, exactly. I assume, Cook, that you are responding to someone else in the comment section. But this is a good one. What difference does it make? Just because it's a small group doesn't make them any less deserving of respect. Let me be very clear. When did we stop regarding humans, fellow humans, as actual humans and start depriving them of the respect of being a sentient, intelligent being that we all assume you are? When did we stop treating each other with humanity? Is that the new Republican way? Is to stop treating people with the dignity of being a human being? Being an intelligent being that it deserves? How should you treat those that are disabled then? Because they make up a small group, a small percentage of the population as well. Are you going to then treat disabled individuals the same way, with less respect or depriving them of respect? I'm going to help you out with this, okay? The Republican Party is not pro-humanity. The Republican Party no longer gets to sit on their high horse. Not the Republican Party as it is today. They do not. They do not get to make a claim towards Jesus, towards Christianity anymore. If you are treating a singular being, a singular human on this earth as if they are less than, then you do not get to make that claim of being Christian or any faith that falls under the Christianity umbrella. And that's how it is. God forgives all according to his teachings. As long as you haven't broken the 10 commandments, God forgives all, which means that an individual that identifies as transgender or non-binary, that falls with transgender, someone that identifies as a trans woman or a trans man or non-binary, you treat them as less than human, you are against your God and you are against your Jesus. God forgives them for anything that he considers to be a sin. Yet you sit here on your earth and you're judging them. And let's not forget that you don't get to have that power. That is God's job. You do not get to be the judge. Judge not, lest ye be judged yourself. And yeah, I'm sure as shit judging the absolute living fuck out of all of y'all. I don't give a shit. You're not fucking Christian. You're not following the word of God. Read Jeremiah for a fucking change. You go against God's word, and it is proving that you do not love Jesus. This is Jeremiah. You're not fucking Christian. You're not following shit. Go back to Bible school. Oh, ladies shouldn't curse. Did I hurt your feelings, Jake? Did I say a bad word and it hurt your little feelings? I'm so sorry. Who made that rule, by the way? Okay, just for this. Okay, we're gonna do this real quick. Stop cursing, woman. Okay. You're right, Jake. I should not curse. Let me help you out with something. Shit, ass, fuck, hole, bitch, fuck, whatever. What, bitch, what, blah, 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 blah. Did that help? I hope that hurt you. Thank you, Deanna, for the jewels. And Tony says, you go, Judge Ari. I'm not a judge. Do not put me in that position. I will not claim to be a judge, but I will judge somebody for their stupidity. All right. Yeah, exactly. And also, I have a goddamn name. Oops. It's Ari. Try using it. It's 3 letters. It actually took you more effort to type out woman than it took to type out Ari. 3, 3, 4. Let me look up this one. I want to read this actually. Matthew 7, 1 through 5. No, stop doing that. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. With the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take that speck out of your eye, when all the time there is a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite. First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. I'll put that on the screen from those watching at home. Matthew 7, 1, verse 5, New International Version. That's a good one. Thank you. See, the way I read this, and I'm not going to say that my interpretation is correct on this, but when it says, for in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you, right? Is I've always taken this part of the Bible to mean that if I am judging someone specifically for a sin, that I am taking that sin as well. Like, for what I have judged to be a sin, I am owning that sin because I am judging them for it, because it is not my place to judge. But I'm not entirely sure I'm a Christian anymore, so there's that too. So we'll find out on that one. Any NT ways. Guys, while I love being here with you, I am going to go ahead and end. TikTok, stay around for a second. And yep, I read that one. Exactly, Richard. I read that one. But TikTok, stay around for a second. Aslan, tell me who to raid. Over on YouTube, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll be back on live tomorrow, probably early tomorrow. It might be around 12 noon Eastern time. We'll find out. You guys have a great night over on YouTube. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead.